Hello friends, it's me, Leslie in Castelnaudary. Today we're going to make lunch for my family. We have kind of like a air fried chicken with wild rice and broccoli. I'm going to keep it simple, keep it American. My kids were getting a little tired of French food, so they were like, we need some American food, so we're going to keep it super simple. Today all I'm going to do is I've already washed these chicken wings and I'm pat drying them so that way you get the most crispy skin. So let me adjust this video so you can see me a little bit better as I do this. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna put this here. You're cooking at home with me. Pas de chichi, as the French say, nothing fancy. I've been at this point in my life and career, I've worked with so many people in Hollywood and entertainment. I just don't care anymore to go through so much crazy post-production and pre-production work. This is it. I'm just going to film myself doing stuff and I'm going to talk to you just like we are at home. So here we go. So we have here a Ninja air fryer. Very simple. I love the Ninja air fryer. If you're a mom, if you're a busy parent, you know the Ninja air fryer or any air fryer is your friend. And you get that really fun kind of fried cook experience without the oil. When I used to live in Annecy in the French Alps, I used to have a deep fryer. Oh boy, my friends loved my deep fried chicken. But you got air fried chicken now, and honestly, it tastes pretty much the same without all that grease. So let me go wash my hands. I'll be right back. So I wash my hands. I'm just going to throw a little bit of salt onto the chicken. And we're going to put it in for, I think it's 200 degrees for 30 minutes. We're going to see if the fuse gets blown out. Yesterday I was cooking with the Cookio and the Ninja, and our power went out 5 times. So let's go. Let's turn this on here. So we're going to air fry. We're at 200 degrees. We're going to put it on for 30 minutes. And we're going to go. It's cooking good looking. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make wild rice. I like wild rice just for its nutritional value, and it tastes good. But I'm going to do it the way that my grandmother showed me how to cook it. Let's see here. Oh, so we have hot water, we have chicken bouillon cube, we have salt, and I'm going to get some butter, and we're going to put it in with the wild rice. Ooh. Let's see, where did we go? Here we are. Very simple. And then we're going to put it in the Cookio. So yeah, my grandmother taught me how to cook it this way. We put our rice here. We have some hot water that's been pre-boiled. With this wild rice, I discovered with the Cookio, you got to put a lot of water for your rice. Otherwise, it kind of gets burnt. So what we're going to do is, Penny, I don't have any food for you. I don't have any food for you. That's Penny, my multi-poo. She thinks I'm cooking for her. What's up, girl? So we're just going to put some butter in here. Honestly, I don't really know the measurement of this. I just kind of wing it. The Cookio will stop and tell you when you need to add more water, which is pretty cool. And what we're going to do is just mix this around so you get like this flavor and grease in the water. Yeah, so let's see, what has been up this week? Well, there has been a delay with my car. Our salesman, Nicholas, got sick and he's in the hospital. He's been in the hospital for over a week now, I think. Yeah, he should be out tomorrow. But the great thing about Socialized healthcare is that you can be in the hospital and they're not going to just throw you out after 24 hours and bill you $500 for a $3 bag of saline. And you don't feel like when you go to the hospital, you're going to go bankrupt and lose your home and your retirement. So it's been good in that regard. Fortunately, we have a rental car, so we can get around just fine. Obviously, it's not the big thing that we need, but honestly, we're not really that pressed to get a car. So it's okay. So hopefully we'll have our new car this week. Let's see, what else has been good? Well, my son wanted to go to McDonald's, so we took him to McDonald's, and of course, McDonald's is a completely different experience. As I'm talking to you, Frank will superimpose our footage of McDonald's, but McDonald's in France really is a treat. Families go, whole families, and when families go on like Wednesday afternoons, the whole place is packed, and everyone's there, and kids after school, because they don't have school on Wednesday afternoons in France, they go there and they spend time with their friends. And you get a pretty nutritious meal, because in France their meat requirement is very high, whereas in the United States, having known this from working with meat producers and working in the food and beverage industry, a fun fact is that I've learned and I've been told that the chicken meat is just a protein, and that's been injected with some kind of like DNA, and it just takes the form of the chicken. That's what I've heard on the grapevine. Don't say that I'm making claims, but here in France, you have to have real meat. So they're eating real meat. You have a real tasty treat. And the sizes are pretty good. Where in the US, the last time we had a Big Mac and checked that out, was like shrinkflation, man. $18 in California for a Big Mac meal. Here it's about $11. Plus chicken nuggets. So you get fries, a Big Mac, chicken nuggets, and a drink for about $11. No tax, because it's included already. So there's a big price difference, obviously. There's a different quality. And McDonald's is mostly a treat in France. So when people go, it's a big deal. Okay. Before I continue that, we have everything mixed together. I'm going to put in the rice. And I'm just going to mix it in. Just like that. What I'm going to do, because I'm cooking at the same time, I have this frozen broccoli. I'm just going to put it right on top. Yeah, this should be okay. All right. Let's see, can I? Will they let me? No, I can't. I'll do it later. I'm new to the cookie-o thing. We're used to the Instant Pot. So we're just going to put this in here. We're going to shut it. Let's see if we can turn it on. Here we are. It's singing. We got feculents. We got wild rice. 200 grams. Pressure cook 15 minutes. And there we go. Let's hope it doesn't bust the electricity. So McDonald's is pretty cool. It's obviously not something we do every day, but it is a nice treat for the kids. And they even got for an extra euro a pair of Christmas socks. So that was our experience at McDonald's. We had fun as a family. And yeah, we really enjoyed that. The next thing is that I went to a new chiropractor. She's a beautiful young lady named Fiona. And I don't have insurance yet. It's taking some time to get it, but we're in the process of getting the universal insurance and doing all of that kind of thing. So I paid cash out of pocket for my appointment. It was 50 euros. And I was expecting to be in and out, because usually with chiropractors, that's how it is. But she spent 2 hours with me. She sat down for like an hour talking to me, asking me about my life and how I got here and what's bothering me and how am I doing psychologically and emotionally and how that's affecting, my physical health and vice versa. And I had a really nice conversation with her. As a woman too, as a woman business owner, somebody who's doing, practically energy healing, she's helping people on this spiritual level, So that was really cool. I had a nice adjustment. and I was able to get some relief, like relaxation. The beds here are super hard, and I'm not used to that. So Frank was like an angel and looked online and found the maker of our mattress, sold mattresses here. And he went online and he ordered a mattress for us, a small one, a queen size, and he put it on top of the mattress here so we could sleep. Oh my gosh, my whole body felt supported. I feel like I should become an influencer for their brand. Because I'm telling you, a good night's sleep will affect the rest of your life. I wonder how many people in the world just have not had a good night's sleep, turned into despots and dictators just because they haven't had a good night's sleep. I swear to you, I think the foundation of life is a good night's sleep, circulation on your back, support, all those things. Because boy, oh boy, I just feel like $1,000,000 after I wake up from sleeping on that mattress. So yeah, that's been a cool thing, is meeting a new person here. I went to Pôle Emploi, which is, well, now they call it France Travail, France Works. Well, Pôle Emploi is the old name for the National Employment Agency. And they would help you in your career, resume, help you in your job, and get a job and change careers and all these things. Anyway, I went there and I told my counselor, his name is Niels, and I said, look, I don't want to be the boss. I don't want to be the star of the show. I just want to look for something temporary because I'm working on that LLM program application. And, you know, he was like, wow, you know, he said it was the first time he's ever worked with somebody who's been so accomplished in their career, who just wants to do something more low key. Even like, he even said that locally they have like this organization that has children that are in foster care and state care, and to do workshops for them and have fun. I was like, yeah, I could do that. I could do anything. I could walk around and show Americans and English speakers Castelnaudary. I'm really at this point in my life where fortunately I don't have to work so hard to make money. I don't have to do that, but I spent the last 20 years of my life getting to this point. And it's not easy. And I've said in previous episodes and things that I've done, you know, you work hard so you can slow down. Fortunately, I'm at that point in my life where I can. And I was smart about it. And I've learned a lot from the people that I've coached who've taught me about business and finance and investing and these kinds of things, and all my independent research in law school, and applying all of that in my life to create a world that is more on the slow living side of things. So no, I'm not off grid. I'm still on grid. I'm still helping people. I'm still doing things. I'm still committed to all this stuff, but having worked 80, 90 hours a week, restoring a house, raising 2 babies, I can't work at that pace anymore. I got to slow things down a little bit. I think as we get older, we have to think about that, savor life a little bit more rather than rushing through things. So yeah, there was that. That was a fun experience, just to network and get that going. I made my application for the LLM program at the University of Toulouse. Apparently there's the 2-year program of Masters in International Law, and then there's an LLM, which is a 1-year. I have a Bachelor's in International Affairs, Comparative Politics, and then I have obviously a law degree, so one of them should apply, so I don't have to do the 2-year program, I could just do the 1. So that will be really nice to do. And that will be a full-time experience. I have to go to Toulouse every week, mostly every day, full days from 9 o'clock until like 7, and take the train back and forth, which is nice because I'm kind of tired of driving. I'm kind of a passenger princess at this point in my life. So yeah, so the biggest and most fun news is that I got to see my new house for the first time. We were able to finally get an appointment with the current owner of the house, who's presently packing up and closing things up. In fact, he bought a little building a couple doors down, so he'll be there. He's been renovating it and renting out parts of it. So he said he will be there to support us. It was just such a nice experience to finally see this home that actually in my mind was a lot smaller than it actually is. Frank keep telling me for months, oh, it's small, the rooms are small, the house is small, like, and then I get there, he's sitting here saying that he's not true, but you kept saying, He said, oh, no, and now he corrects. He says the master bedroom is small. And it's true. The master bedroom is definitely like maybe half the size of our old bedroom. I don't know. But anyway, it's fine. We have a gym now, which is like so nice. I used to have my gym in my bedroom. So now we have like a full-size gym. So that's really cool. And I'm excited about that, to have this space. The master bedroom has like this weird like wall of like cabinets and like closet. It's not a real closet. It's like a wall of cabinets, which is not enough for me. It's more than enough for Frank. So he can have that. And then our bathroom is like a spa type bathroom. There's no toilet in there. So it has like 2 sinks and a shower and like a nice space for something. I don't know. But what's interesting is that the bathrooms don't have toilets except for the top floor. So the top floor bathroom has a toilet in it. But anyway, my point is like the house exceeds my expectations. It's a lot nicer than I thought it was going to be, even though I already knew it was like already nice. Like it was nicer than that. And I got to meet the owner. He lived there for 20 years. He completely changed everything. Garage, garden. He dug out the hole and built the pool himself. He's a very, I wouldn't even call him a handyman. I would say he's on like the artisan level of experience. And then we've told him, we totally understand everything that he's done to his home and the struggle and the blood, sweat, and tears, because we've gone through that ourselves. Maybe not at the level that he has, because in France it's like living in a historic district. You have a lot of rules to follow, and it's hard to find good artisans. It takes a long time to get on the list and these types of things. But from a complete restoration point of view, we understand that because we went through that as well. So we hit it off. The agent who was his agent was there, and she said she's never seen him so relaxed and open before, ever. So maybe we brought that out of him, but we told him that we were going to take care of his baby, just like the buyer of our house told us that. And we needed to hear it. We needed to hear that somebody was going to take care of the house and keep it in great condition and make it even better and love it. And I think he needed to hear that too, because this guy totally turned this house into this gorgeous home, and we're very happy for it. So this house, I'm not really sure what the square footage is. I think it's 3,700 square feet. Is that right, babe? 3,700 square feet, which is the main house. It's got 4 stories. There's the main story, a basement, but I would call it more of a ground floor that goes out to the garden. It has a second floor full of bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, and a bathroom and a toilet room. And then there's a 4th floor, which is like a lounge, and it has 2 bedrooms on top of that. And what's really cool about the top floor is that all those rooms have skylights. And there's a spiral staircase that goes down in between all the way down, and it has like a skylight that goes all the way down. So there's a few things that we're going to need to do to the house. One of them is replace all the skylights. They are old and they're leaking, or they were leaking, I don't know. So we're going to have to hire a company to come and replace all the skylights, which is fine. We've done that before. We had 5 skylights at the last house. So we're not new to that experience. And then I heard in the summertime, because of the heat on the roof, that we'll need to air condition the top 2 floors. And they said that because of global warming, that the temperature in this region has increased by several degrees over the last 50 years. So that has affected the ability of these homes to stay cooler. So we will be adding air conditioning to that. And fortunately, one of Frank's best friends, who's actually one of the characters in my book is based off of him. He actually deals in air conditioning in our particular region. So he's going to help us out. His name's Paul. So if you've read La Libération, you'll know who I'm talking about. So we're really happy about that. And then let's see, the back garden, there's like a half barn. One of the previous owners used to keep donkeys there. So I guess that's where the donkeys lived. So we're going to turn that into an outdoor kitchen, living room, dining room, put a TV out there, or whatever, and kind of make it like a fun social place for everyone to hang out. And yeah, we don't get any of our stuff until the end of January. Our container ship is making its way from Long Beach all the way to La Havre, and then we'll have to come down by truck. We went to the city and got approval and support for them to put this gigantic 40-foot container in, and they'll be able to park it and move all of our boxes. They don't unpack, we unpack. So we have to do that. So that'll be great. And we move into our home on January 7th. So that's when we'll get our keys and that kind of thing. And that's when I'll give you more of a full tour and a video experience. But for now, you get a sneak peek on this episode of Leslie and Castelnaudary. So yeah, it's been really cool. A lot of people that I've met here in Castelnaudary ask us, why are you living here in this rural town of agricultures and farms and, you know, small town vibe? And I think there's two answers to that. One of them is that I don't think that if I did not have the life that I had lived, this international life, moving all over the world, working in entertainment, working in businesses, working with business owners and executives, and have had such a global experience and have traveled and explored and have had all the things, the nice things, the fancy cars and all the stuff. I think like I would not appreciate slow living if I had not had lived that life. I think if that's what you want, I think you should go for it. You should meet all the people, go to the United Nations and stay in beautiful homes and live in the mansions and on the beach. And I think you should have all those experiences so you could kind of like know the value of it. You know, you don't get it for nothing, especially in the States. You don't get it for nothing. And unfortunately for the mega rich, you have to screw over a lot of people to get to that level of mega rich. But to really live a good life and a profitable life, I think you have to help a lot of people. And I've done that. And I will continue to do that for the rest of my life and many lifetimes. But I just feel like if you really want to have that kind of lifestyle, you do have to work. You have to make a name for yourself, create a brand. You have to do all of these things to differentiate yourself and distinguish yourself from everybody else, so that way you could produce the most value and get the most value back. So from a professional and financial point of view, I feel like I've earned a lot of that, and also have been blessed by the people who've given me chances and who have given me opportunities, and for the people in the world who have given me a seat at the table and have let me lead. So there is that two-part prong to the success that I've had that has gotten me here so I can slow down and enjoy. Then the other part of it is that, you know, I'm a kid who's grown up watching Gilmore Girls and, you know, Heart of Dixie. And if you've been to Warner Brothers Studios and they give you that tour of that little small, every, you know, main street, every town, you know, you love that kind of stuff. You grow up on that kind of media, and that, what would it be like to have a small town where you could walk everywhere? Well, I feel that Castelnaudary for me is my blue bell. It is where I can just walk around. I literally can walk 4 miles in a day, just going shopping, going to my appointments, doing the things that I need to do, and get my exercise and my fresh air and my sunshine all within 10 blocks. I would even say like 5-block radius. I could do all of that. So there is that kind of like that lifestyle that I grew up watching on sitcoms that I like. And I think a lot of people here in France don't appreciate when you have to drive everywhere and be car dependent. And the price of gas is like $10 a gallon here. So you don't realize, like, if you were to be car dependent and go everywhere in your car just to go get groceries, just to take your kid to school, it would be a very expensive, difficult, time-consuming experience. And I was just tired of that. I didn't want to have to drive 30 minutes each way to get my kids twice a day. Come on. So think about that time savings. So I feel like I'm able to get a lot more done and make a lot more progress, even though things take much longer in France to accomplish. But my day-to-day, I feel like I can get a lot more done. I feel a lot more productive. So yeah, let's see. We got 4 more minutes on the cookie-o. We got 7.5 more minutes on the fried chicken. What I'm going to do after that is, classic Heinz barbecue. I'm going to actually take these out a little bit early before 2 more minutes are up. I'm going to slather the stuff on so it creates like a nice like glaze and, that barbecue kind of fried taste. Put that on there. And then, yeah, let's see. This is super easy. Picard frozen broccoli. I don't know if I can open the cookie-o now. I'm not going to mess with it. I'll just add this later and let everything set and steam the broccoli. But I like to have things as healthy as possible for my family. I'm not going to sit here and make you a big, although I could, and I've studied for 2 years Julia Child stuff, and I totally could in my new kitchen, which has tons of counter space and storage and all that. But I think for now, we're going to abstain from making the big complicated recipes and just show you what this mom makes for dinner for her family that is healthy and simple and affordable. So yeah, I think I'll add something else. Is like the other part of it is even though you make a lot of money, in my career and our finances, we've been very successful in that. There is this thing, well, you don't necessarily, just because you make a lot of money, you want to spend a lot of money either. I think part of the idea of moving to France was to reduce our expenditures and to live way below our means, just like everybody else here. So we're not trying to set ourselves apart in any way. We did find a very nice home because it makes us comfortable and it helps us to feel like ourselves. But there also is this desire to kind of go back to the roots and enjoy the simple life, the good life, and not necessarily say do it on a budget and do it on the cheap, but having a great life doesn't have to be expensive. Oh my God, it shouldn't have to be. I think when it goes back to law and legalized exploitation and what's going on in America with corporate price gouging, it should be illegal to price gouge the average work-a-day American. Should absolutely be illegal. So if you might not like it because you like the corporate, benefits and stuff, and you think, that it's okay to price gouge people for diabetes medicine and for a bag of saline and for food, I don't think we can be friends. Because you know how I feel about corporate governance. I think that corporations serve the public and should serve the public. Sure, make a profit, but not to the exponential profit that really impoverishes a majority of Americans and people worldwide. I just don't believe in exploitation in that way. So let's see here. Let's go check on our food. Rice is almost done in a minute. This is about 4 more minutes. Let's take a break. We're going to stop it. I'll show you just real quickly how the chicken has just been crisped. It looks beautiful. What we're going to do is we're just going to slather it. I don't have any of my applicators to kind of slather things, kind of my food brush and all that. So we're just going to put as much on as possible. We're going to put it on there. And we're just kind of putting it on, girl. Stick it right back in. And there you go. So the chicken was not on sale today. Normally, I think, how much was it for sale before? The chicken wings? It was half off before. $7? $7 for all this chicken. And now the rice is done. I love how it automatically decompresses, where with the Instant Pot you had to decompress it yourself. And it freaked me out and it scared me because I've been burned on my hand with an iron before as a kid. So I'm not into that burning experience. So we're just going to check it out. I have this. So yeah, I love these machines. I think these machines are great. You can do so much with them. I love technology and applying them to simplify things. One of the fun things we brought from the States was this giant plancha cooking grill. So we could put that in our backyard because we do love barbecues. And Franck, he is an amazing barbecue chef. He can make anything. I really am proud of him about that because when we first met, he didn't know how to do all of that. So he's a very good barbecue chef. He's also a very good baker. Maybe what we'll do probably is we'll have some episodes where he'll make you some desserts that he likes to make. We're going to open this window to air it out. What I love about these windows here is that you can open them like this. You can open them this way and you can open them out to vent. And our new house has lots of windows like this. There's so many windows everywhere. I just love it. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, this wild rice looks good. Oh my gosh. Let's taste it. Mmm. That is nice and creamy. Sometimes, last time didn't have enough water. It was cooked, but it was like kind of crispy. Mmm, yum. That's really good. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in a bowl and then steam my broccoli. So that's my news for this week. Nice 30-minute episode. We'll see what happens next week. Maybe we'll take you on the road in our new vehicle. Maybe we'll go somewhere. Maybe we'll go to another town. What would you like to do with me? This vlog is new. No plan, no direction per se, just an exploration, an introduction of life in Castelnaudary. So if you have any ideas or recommendations, or if you're local and you want to invite me and show us, come on, let's do it. So thanks for joining me. I'm Leslie in Castelnaudary. From my family to yours, bon appetit.